Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Heineke going to put it up right away. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
They'll start with the option.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. After the sack on 1st down,
Heineke.
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Heineke on 4th down. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Hey, let's go!
They'll go again with Sanders.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Commanders 12, Eagles nothing.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that.
Touchdown, Washington!
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
So this time the conversion is good after a pair of failed 2-point tries, Charles. They're 1 for 3 now.
And you would figure with 3 touchdowns scored, your minimum number of points would be 21, right? 3 extra points. And as you noted, they went for 2 twice, didn't get it. Went here again. This reminds me of something a coach told me a while ago. They have more 2-point plays on their ready sheet nowadays than ever before. It used to be like 1 or 2. Now most teams have up to 6 or 7 that they have at the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Heineke. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine, as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. To throw is Heineke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Wide open receiver complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 46.
Heineke now. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Heineke.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed.
So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Heineke again. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
They'll run with Gibson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Heineke. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game, yet at the same time.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Heineke to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Heineke on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath and you're
touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big time.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll run with Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And down to the 41.
This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All of a sudden, both sides of the football for them playing extremely well. That's how they're right back in this ballgame.
And I checked out our astrological charts before this game, you and me, and you know what it said? It said we would be better in the second half than we would be in the first half. I think this team is coming along right along with us. The moon's definitely in the 7th house, and they are playing way better. I like how they pulled it together. I don't know if it was a leader that stepped up. I don't know if it's just the team got out of the gate slow, but now they're looking the part.
You don't even know what sign I am.
No, but it doesn't matter. I just looked up all of them.
Okay. I guess they all said the same thing. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.